by the devastating wildfires. Find free, safe, and confidential mental health support at calhope.org.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The final head coach vacancy in the NFL was filled Wednesday morning. Philadelphia Eagles offensive coordinator Kellen Moore was hired by the New Orleans Saints. Moore's hiring caps an unflattering offseason coaching cycle for the NFL. Of the 7 NFL openings for a head coach position, only 1 went to an African American. Former Detroit Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn was hired by the New York Jets. The NFL will start the 2025 season with only 5 black head coaches, down from 6 in 2024. I'll do the math for you. Only 5 of the NFL's 32 teams have a black head coach. That's 15% of the workforce among NFL head coaches. The other 4 black head coaches are Mike Tomlin at Pittsburgh, Todd Bowles at Tampa Bay, Raheem Morris with Atlanta, and D'Amico Ryan at Houston. The NFL has been a strong believer in diversity, equity, and inclusion, but a lot more work needs to be done. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
They can do anything they want to us. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips, I am a revolutionary.
On Saturday, February 22nd, you are invited to A Night with the Panthers, a special fundraiser dedicated to supporting Black Panther veterans who now require assistance with essential needs such as medicine, food, and housing. These Black Panther veterans championed human rights, fed the hungry, educated the community, and stood as powerful symbols of resistance and resilience. Despite their incredible sacrifices, loving and serving the people did not come with retirement plans or financial security. So, now it's our time to honor their legacy and ensure that they are cared for with the dignity they deserve. You can help by attending and supporting A Night with the Panthers, Saturday, February 22nd, 6:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Project 43 Team Post Center, 6841 Crenshaw Boulevard, Los Angeles. For more information, contact Black Panther Party Breakfast at gmail.com or call 707-554-2784. That's Black Panther Party Breakfast at gmail.com or call 707-554-2784. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Squeezing, hugging, girl, you know the rest, 'cause they tell me it never rains in Southern California. And they tell me it never rains in Southern California. Maybe I'll take a flight out tonight, and you can pick me up about 8. I don't know what airline, girl, but I know we won't be late, 'cause they tell me Southern California. They tell me it never rains in Southern California. Now I can't sleep at night without your 8x10 by my side. That day will come for us to be together. I'm not worried about a thing, not even stormy weather. Baby, go on the East Coast, on the other side of town. It never rains. We have so much to talk about, a lot of catching up to do. I'll bring the diamond girl because I'm so into you, 'cause they tell me it never rains in Southern California. They tell me it never rains in
KBLA Talk 1580, except when it does. Yeah, James is back just for a moment before he gets back on the road in the rain, because don't say I never did anything for you, James.
You're doing God's work, Dominique.
I'm doing God's work. Yeah, so what's your message, James?
I just want to tell my beautiful wife, Mrs. Farr, in front of the entire world how much I love her and appreciate her, and because she has been such a great friend and tolerant of my shenanigans, that I love you, Miss Farr. Happy Valentine's Day. And I think we're going to have a little bit of fun.
Yay. Okay, I'm here for that. You guys have been married for a minute, right?
An hour. Don't give me the minute. It's going on 26 years. Yeah.
26 years. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And see, that's how you do it. That's how you stay married. Hit the important, those benchmarks,
Yeah.
right?
People,
birthday,
they'll hear and
New Year's.
see this. They don't know the mess ups, right?
Well, yeah, they're not supposed to know that. That's grown folks' business.
No, I mean, I just couldn't get the delivery thing right. Right?
got you.
It just didn't land right. Yeah, so I'm better now. Shout out to Scarlett Florist.
That's what you call maturity. That's what we call that, maturity.
No, it's called you want your key to work when you get home.
Yeah, there's that too. But look, a lot of people don't celebrate Valentine's Day. They're like, oh, it's a pagan holiday or this. I celebrate everything except for, evil things. Like, and you may say that's an evil thing, but when I say evil things, I was thinking of like the president's birthday or whatever.
Well,
President's Day I'll celebrate because, there's some presidents that I don't mind celebrating, but like, I just think life should be more festive.
Sure. Once I got over that part, the paganism, the capitalism part of it, and which was a strong.
How do you get over the paganism and capitalism?
It's called a wife and keeping her happy.
To be honest, I don't know. I don't care. Like Valentine's Day to me, Love Day, call it what you want. It's a tradition now. I don't think you got to go hyper-capitalist, though. Make a card, pick some flowers. I'm not saying it has to be all super materialistic. Just do something.
Yeah,
act like you care.
All epic fails. I've tried it. Right? It just didn't meet the standard.
Because you're married and she knows what's in your bank account. But I'm saying if you're dating or you're broke or your money is circulating, do something. For many of us, the idea that you took the effort and the time and you cared about me enough to write your own handmade card or pick a flower or cook for me or, sing a song.
That's every day. I got to do.
You know what?
You don't stay married
now
this
you're
long.
doing too much because I know you're not singing songs and picking flowers every day. But look, if you don't celebrate Valentine's Day, I respect that. If you do, I respect that too. If you want to talk about it, 800-920-1580. You said Galentines.
Yeah.
I do have some girlfriends that will typically at
What
the
is
last
that
minute call me.
foolishness?
It means you get together with your female friends, your girlfriends, and you have a one-day girls trip. You go to brunch or you go to dinner or you go get some drinks. You do something fun because you, on that particular year, do not have a date or a husband.
I'm sorry for that, but that is very selfish because now I'm competing against y'all to get a reservation for us. And y'all let us have, and y'all do the girlfriend thing, next week,
Wow.
last week.
Isn't that discrimination?
No, that's actually consideration, right? Like I wanted to go to a certain restaurant,
right,
and
ladies,
y'all having Galentine's
you guys can
Day.
come to my house then.
Yes.
Well, the thing about it is my thing with all these holidays, I'm not a cry in my drink type girl because I like, as Iyanla Van Zant said, being with myself as opposed to by myself.
Sure.
So if I have a date, great. Yeah, I'm still open if you guys want to ask me out. If I have a date, great. If I don't have a date, I'm still going to have fun, whether I'm at home kicking it, cooking or eating my favorite snack, or whether I'm out with my gals or whether I'm out with, a date. It's going to be fun. It's not dependent on Easter, Christmas, New Year's. I'm not saying you get a pass. I'm just saying that I think we need to stop putting so much attachment on these things to where our mental health is dependent on whether or not a certain thing happens on a certain holiday, and certainly not getting caught up in this hyper capitalist, okay, it's Easter, I have to have eggs and a bunny and a new dress and Okay, celebrate the resurrection. Just do some praying. Like there's so many different ways to celebrate a thing, or you could not celebrate.
Mm-hmm. I've never asked you, Dominic, so you are available. I'm like never asked you that kind of question.
I'm single.
You're
yeah.
single. Okay.
Yes,
all
I'm
right,
single.
all right.
Yeah.
All
yes, I'm open to dating. Yes.
You're open to dating. Okay. Well, let me say this.
I'm kind of feeling scared when I say that right now because that doesn't mean any old like crazy stuff.
Which is exactly where I'm speaking to a certain member of the delegation in North Hollywood. I'm not hooking you up with nothing, brother. You got to holler at Dominique on your own. I ain't got
That sounds
nothing.
like another individual on these airwaves who I will not name, who says people are always going, "What's up with Dominique?"
What's up with...
And I'm like, "Do you tell them I'm single?" And
No.
then he says, "No, that's not my job. Forget y'all."
What do you want me to do? First
You can say, unless they're crazy or
Well, see,
creepy. If they're crazy or creepy, then you say, "I think she's seeing someone."
Oh no!
But if they're not crazy or creepy,
I'm
then
not
you
lying
say,
for you.
"See that?
I got you."
No,
which
you don't.
means the best thing
Don't
I
even-
can do
don't
is
even pretend
I
you do
don't
not.
want none of that energy because most of the good men I know are Virgos and you ain't ready. So
What? Don't get me started.
I'm just saying.
Don't get me started. Because
okay.
But
All right.
here's the thing, like, I'm not saying I don't set my friends up anymore. I did that. It's been disastrous because even if it turns out good, when they eventually break up, you get blamed. And if it turns out bad, you get blamed. So there's kind of not really an upside. I don't think. But if someone asks me, "Hey, what's up with your girl Patrice? Is she single?" I'll say, "Yeah, she's single." Because to your point, shoot your shot.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it for you,
I
but
mean-
I'll give you the information.
Yeah.
And so I don't understand this when I say, "What did you say?" And they're like, "That's not my job."
It's not even a job.
Just be like, "Yeah, she's single and she's amazing."
No,
she's just
all of that. You got all of that, right? You do that for yourself, and I say all of that. But I've been through a very messy divorce with two friends, right?
Yeah.
Where the relationship fractures, right?
Yeah, and then they want you to choose sides. Yeah,
and
hard.
that's a hard place to be. And it restored itself over time, but one of them was much more hurt than the
It
other.
restored itself, meaning the friendship,
Our
not
friendship,
the marriage.
no,
right.
the marriage is everybody's moved on, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
in terms of the restoration of the individual relationships,
Right.
took some time to come back for various reasons.
Yeah, well, I know that's tough. I try to insist on being friends with both, but usually it's whoever I was friends with first.
Look,
that relationship is gonna stay on the test of
I
time.
mind my own black business, except for when I'm minding other folks' business.
Right, exactly.
And it is a job enough to stay married and actively work at what it takes to stay married that I don't have time to be hooking you up, Dominic. Like
I didn't say hook me up. Now you're doing too much. I'm just saying report the news. That's it. Just
that's
the facts.
news. Okay.
Just the facts.
This just
I don't
in.
mean write an article on the LA Progressive.
I got you.
I'm saying
You
if
sure?
someone inquires, you respond. Miles, if someone asks you about one of your homegirls, right? And they say, "Hey, Miles, is your homegirl so and so single?" What would you say? Would you say, "I don't get involved with that"? Would you say, "It's not my business"? Or would you say, "Report the facts"? Like, what's the proper thing to do? I don't know how y'all dudes think.
I mean, it depends on who's asking.
Right. Like I said, if they're crazy or weird, no, thank you.
Yeah, or if I
Bad
know
weird.
you,
Right.
if I know you and care about you as the homie, then I'll tell you, yeah, for sure she's single, man. Like you said, I'm not gonna alley-oop her for you, but yeah, I'll let you know for sure. I get the info, I know.
Just the facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want you to play Cupid. Please don't do
no,
that.
I'm not-
You
no.
wouldn't look good with wings and an arrow.
No.
But I'm just saying, like, just the facts. And what about the other way around? It doesn't. I'm not asking you this because you're happily married 26 years. But Miles, if someone asks me, which they sometimes do, what's up with Miles? Is he single? Am I supposed to tell them your status at that particular time?
I'll see why not. Yeah.
Right. I would consider that helpful now, because I'm not going to say, "Hey, Miles, you should go see her." But if she want to come and talk to you, then now she has the information needed to know that might be appropriate.
But the same question from to Miles about you, or to you about Miles, right? What brothers want to know, what they're really asking you, the second question that's going to come up is is she crazy? Like that's what they
Oh,
really
right.
want to know. That like,
Yeah.
and in
I
your
can't help you with
in
that.
your case, Dominique, they see you, they hear you. You know, common question: is she the same on air, off air?
Yeah.
And I just stay neutral, right? Like because you
Yeah.
you are a person, a human being, and I know you love hard, and you care hard.
Yeah. But that's not, and that's a hard question to answer. You can't really answer. I mean, you could say, yeah, she crazy. But honestly, I think
No, I say they all
every
crazy.
person that I know, every single person that I know who does this job is different off the mic than they are on
Right.
the mic. I don't know anybody. Well, maybe Michael Mason might be the same off and on the mic.
Good one.
Maybe Mason, but everyone else I know is different off the mic.
So question, wait, real quick. So you can't give more information. So if somebody asks you, is she crazy, or ask you something about her, you're not supposed to give any more, sauce on that?
So we're isolating this to Dominique because and non versus non-forward facing people.
Terrell Bond in the chat says they were all crazy.
Well, he said it.
But no, but Miles, that is a good question. I mean, if someone asked me about Miles and said, "Is he single?" I'd give them the answer that that I knew to be true at that time. And then if they said if he's crazy, I'd say no, he's a solid young man. He's a good catch. Miles is a catch. He's smart. He's hardworking. He's caring. He's not community D like. I would share that information.
See, that's some single language that I don't even.
Don't worry about it.
Well, so I don't even like how you took me to where I had to figure it out. Right, like you. No, it's different, Dominique. You are a celebrity, right? I mean, you're a very well known person in this region and in the country and the world, right? So I'm guarded in the sense of whether I know a person or not, I would never want to misrepresent you, right, in an off-the-cuff comment.
Well, you can say, as far as I know, she's not on psychoactive medication, and she seems to be. She appears to be.
See, brothers
normal.
understand what I ain't saying, and like Brother Tavis would say, you got to interrogate and read between the lines. So what I don't say, they pick up what I'm saying, and it's all good, right? And so I don't give off that you crazy vibes, but you
don't go like this. You don't. If you're on YouTube, you don't do.
No,
you don't make that she crazy face.
No. Because I haven't seen you crazy. Don't want to see you crazy.
Yeah, Kwamel's starting stuff over here. He says nothing wrong with someone happening to be single. They're not damaged. Many bitter, crazy types have been booed up forever. That's true. You can be in a relationship and be crazy, and you can be just fine. But men love to ask you that, like, "Oh, you're single at your age? What's wrong with you?" Well, it's called divorce. I was not single for a long time, and then now I am.
It takes a lot of
that's life, homie.
Working through the craziness to be married, right? So yes, booed up is crazy too, right? It's a lot of work, right? And it
can be.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm glad you got to wish your wife a happy Valentine's Day, and I wish her one too. I appreciate her loaning you to us. And I just wondering how you think about that. Whether you want to talk about Love Day, Valentine's Day, or something else, I did not realize that was the birthday of... Whose birthday did you just...
Michael Zinzin.
Michael Zinzin.
The late, great Michael Zinzin.
The police violence activist. I'm happy if whether you're
we
celebrating...
call him a superhero.
Whether you're celebrating Zinzin's birthday or Valentine's Day or just Friday... you're welcome to call me 800-920-1580. James, I'm glad you got that out, and thanks for stopping by today.
Absolutely. I'll see you in the traffic.
Unapologetically progressive, KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
Fabric Talk. Hello, my love. I am your living room carpet. I see everything. I feel everything. After a while, I smell like everything, including Sir Pickles, who you snuggle with while binging that dating show you can't stop watching. So, how about we freshen things up with Febreze Fabric Spray? Oh, and a big spray for my pals, couch and ottoman. Ah, yes, refreshing. Breathe happy, Febreze. La 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 la.
You okay?
I can't sleep with this cough.
Sounds like you need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with NyQuil VapoCool. It's NyQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
So you ready to get some sleep? Thank you, NyQuil VapoCool.
NyQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing nighttime coughing, aching, fever, best sleep with a cold medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I lack a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
What you want to do, huh?
KBLA Talk 1580 is thrilled to share that we have been named as a semi-finalist for the coveted American Climate Leadership Awards, honoring our climate work last year. We're also delighted to announce year 2 of our Climate Justice Crusade. This year's $2 million 12-month campaign will link and combat the relationship between climate change and poor health outcomes for African Americans and the poor. Climate inequities have taken a toll with multiple health triggers in the Black community, such as extreme heat and poor air quality, made worse by the recent wildfires. Our work to ensure climate justice and climate equity continues. In the coming weeks and months, you'll be hearing a lot more about our 2025 climate campaign. To learn more about our plans for this year and the companies and organizations supporting us, log on to our website at kbla1580.com. Caring about the climate, caring about the community, changing the conversation. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
KBLA Talk 1580 stands with you neighbor to neighbor, bringing you resources and what you need to know. For up-to-the-minute info on distribution hubs, help, and volunteer opportunities in the Altadena area, please visit Neighborhood Servants or Pasadena Community Coalition on Instagram. The Wild Seed Collective is offering free grant workshops to businesses impacted by the LA wildfires. Find them at wildseedcollective.com. Fuller's Psychological and Family Services is offering 12 free therapy sessions to people impacted by the fires who are unable to access care. Contact Executive Director Dr. Ted Koss at tedkoss@fuller.edu. Grief and Hope, the LA Art World Mutual Aid Relief administered by The Brick, is offering help to artists impacted by the blazes. Info is available at the/brick.org. On Instagram, Mutual Aid LAN is updating a Google Sheet in real time with locations, verified GoFundMe sites, and current resources. If you haven't done so yet, it's still a good idea to sign up for Notify LA on your phone for fire alerts and updates. Praying, advocating, and standing with you. KBLA Talk 1580.
I have a dream today.
From slavery and segregation to the Great Migration to our present-day rising, the Black experience in America is a story of resilience, achievement, and unstoppable spirit. This February, we're curating amazing conversations celebrating the heroes, the pioneers, and the everyday people who made history. Black History Month on KBLA Talk 1580. Together, we carry the torch forward. The conversation continues right now with Dominique DiPrima on First Things First.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, talking a little bit about love. You're welcome to join, but we don't have to stay on that topic. I'm very committed to not spending all of our days and nights just talking about Trump. I am. And tomorrow is Valentine's Day. I actually don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not pressed about it because there's some really great shows I want to watch on Netflix that I haven't gotten around to yet. I still haven't watched a Dick Gregory documentary. I want to see that. And I know, very romantic. And there's a number of other things I want to look at. And I will say I'll use the fact that it's an actual sort of holiday to be an excuse to get one of my favorite meals, and I'll just have a lovely time by myself, with myself. And that's one of the things Iyanla Van Zandt talks about, is being able to get over this idea that I'm all by myself and look at it as spending time with yourself. And that's something that I have actually kind of gotten to that place in my life where I like to spend time, and I could read a book, I could catch up on some work, I can walk around in my socks and be cozy, and that's fine. If I end up getting asked out in the next 10 hours on a dream date, well, yeah, sure, I might be doing that. But I'm not pressed, and I think, the whole what do you call it? Whether it's Valentine's Day, New Year's Eve, those high-pressure date nights, it don't have to be that. I like to spend my New Year's Eve in prayer and meditation. And I'm not trying to be funny, because I like to intentionally bring in the new year. Now, if I got asked to go see, say, Mariah Carey, in Vegas, I'll pray and meditate the day before or the day after. It's all good. But I'm just saying, we can create our own traditions, and that's what I do. Oh, look who's on the phone. Kwamel from Gardena. Good morning, Kwamel.
Hello there, but dang. Coming to me that quick. I was hoping to kind of meditate my damn self for a minute.
Oh, you needed some time? You needed some me time? Well, look, we're almost at news, traffic, and sports, so you can start, and then you can ponder, and then you can come back and finish your point.
I mean, that kind of was what it was, because you were up against the half. But yeah, just wanted to get at you about a few things. But to start, yeah, I've already said plenty of places that I'm not trying to spend 4 years thinking about that man and that other goofball. So yeah, there's life still being lived where I've been seeing us getting community, but it doesn't mean we're just accepting a dictatorship or thinking like, oh, okay, it's everything's awesome, we're not going to do
not
anything
at all.
It's a thing about, okay, do we want to be giving energy to every single stupid thing, or is it now I'm trying to keep focusing. That's kind of why I was like, damn, maybe I should wait till after the break.
Well, no, it's all good. You can hold that thought. I mean, and pull yourself together, or you can do part 1, part 2. I like to do that too. I think the art of it is keeping one eye on what's going on, but not letting it absorb our entire spirit.
One thing, like there's, and that's why I haven't called in a while, because no particular points of anything going on or no events going on right now have really been anything I'm ultra passionate about. To kind of get my pen out like Nikki Giovanni and start writing pieces. And getting an oration about, because I've been thinking about, okay, what am I, because I'm a poet, so I always look at what are the greater messages, what is the greater platform that I'm here to have right now. Like we were talking about the whole thing about, being single and loving and all that. Like, I'm a certain age, I'm Gen X, you're a certain age, but at the same time, there's still so many beautiful, gorgeous people, beautiful spirits out there that are like ready to go and available and ready to talk to. That there's nothing like that in that vein to be bitter about versus seeing all these goofballs online. You hear me talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
So
hold
that's
that thought.
One of those things I want to attack.
Hold that thought. We'll attack away after news, traffic, and sports, only right here.
Say the quiet part out loud. KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Bree Wood with 4 Things You Should Know with BIN News. The Department of Justice says it will not dismiss charges against a suspect found with weapons near former President Obama's Washington, D.C. home. Taylor Taranto was arrested by the Secret Service in 2023 after firearms, ammunition, and a machete were allegedly found in his van. Police in Evendale, Ohio released body cam footage of a neo-Nazi protest. Protesters held Nazi flags on an overpass. Counter-protesters arrived, and police focused on preventing violence. Cardi B criticized President Trump for ruining her designer shoe at the big game and called for her deported uncle's return. She blamed Secret Service for the inconvenience and showed her damaged stiletto heel on Instagram. And the 2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees are in and includes Mariah Carey, Chubby Checker, and Outkast, among others. Fan voting is now open and runs through April 21st. I'm Bree Wood on the Black Information Network, your home for Black News First.
If you or someone you know is affected by the Los Angeles wildfires, you are not alone. No matter how sad, scared, or heartbroken you feel, Cal Hope is here for you and all those affected by the devastating wildfires. Find free, safe, and confidential mental health support at calhope.org.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Lakers had a rough time in Utah last night. They gave up 131 points to one of the bottom teams in the Western Conference. Utah rolled to a 131-119 victory and snapped the Lakers' 6-game winning streak. Luka Doncic, playing in his second game with the Lakers, had 16 points and 4 assists. The Lakers appeared to have the All-Star break on their minds. They missed 13 free throws. The Clippers got a strong game from Kawhi Leonard in their 128-114 win over Memphis. 25 points, 4 assists, and 3 steals in a season-high 34 minutes for Kawhi. The game of the year so far in women's college basketball has finally arrived. A lot of eyes around the country will be watching number 1 UCLA take on number 6 USC tonight at the Galen Center. More on the UCLA-USC showdown this afternoon. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
I feel so alone.
I'm embarrassed to talk about it.
How can I help my kid if I can't help myself?
I can't remember when I wasn't stressed.
I don't like inside.
When you feel overwhelmed by your thoughts and emotions, it's okay to get help. You are not alone. Cal Hope is here for you with free, safe, and confidential mental health resources for youth, young adults, families, and you. Find support now at calhope.org.
I have a dream today.
They said it couldn't be done. They said we wouldn't make it. But history had other plans. This February, KBLA Talk 1580 celebrates the dreamers, the doers, and the breakthrough makers of Black History Month. Your station, your stories. We're KBLA Talk 1580. Are you a recent college graduate with a dream of getting a high-paying job in sales? A job where you can grow a lucrative career in multi-platform audio, digital, podcast, social media, and local events, along with world-class training and career growth opportunities. KBLA Talk 1580, located in historic Leimert Park, is currently hiring entry-level account executives for outside sales. Join a team featuring radio hosts Tavis Smiley, Dr. Cornell West, Jesse Jackson Jr., D.L. Hughley, Dr. Nee Cordelai Corte, Zoe Williams, and our very own Dominique DiPrima. For more information on attending our upcoming career fair, contact SMB at KBLA1580.com today.
Lena Bloom for the Bail Project. Imagine you're stuck in a jail cell and you can't afford bail and someone offers you a way out. Just plead guilty and you can go home and kiss your kids goodnight. What do? What thousands have. You plead guilty whether you are or not. Cash bail makes poverty a crime. That's why the Bail Project helps those who can't afford it while fighting to end cash bail. Because freedom should be free. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where hate loses and love wins.
Kwamel's on the mic, 800-920-1580 if you want to be up next after Kwamel. You were kind of agreeing with me. I think that we don't want to talk all Trump all the time, even while paying attention. And that's one of the reasons why I brought up Valentine's Day. The other reason is because I wanted to make sure James didn't leave here without, having a chance to send some love to his wife of 26 years when we had kind of forgotten to get to it because we got caught up with other things. And so I'm being really intentional, and I'm gonna throw this at you, Kwamel, because you pay attention to things like this. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame put out their list of nominees. I guess they put out the list of nominees, then they vote on the nominees, and then we find out who actually gets the award. But you know who I'm happy about on that list is Outkast. Definitely
not
deserving.
Mariah Carey.
Oh, I'm happy about Mariah too. I was shocked she didn't have one already.
No.
Chubby Checker.
It was something I was hearing last night. Yeah, Chubby Checker is as well. Now, I agree with the thing I heard last night regarding who's probably going to get in this year based on what kind of show they want to put on. So, I mean, there's a maybe with Mariah Carey, and maybe they're like, okay, Chubby Checker's getting up there to probably throw him the bone. However, now to the Outkast point, I believe Outkast would get in right away. Here's why: because people want to see that reunion moment, and they want to see Andre 3000 rap.
Okay. Well, also, how about the part that they deserve it and they're amazing, game-changing, incredible artists? How about that? How about, because they're some of my favorites, so that should definitely count for something.
No, all the way, because think about it. Think about their iconic status, and already, I mean, to roll back to Kendrick's Super Bowl performance, and just his entire moment of the past year. Like Kendrick has captured the culture. And I was asking about which acts have captured the city, like Biggie and Wu-Tang captured New York, or I used to see everybody and their mama singing Kendrick around L.A. I have to believe that Outkast did that in Atlanta. That they would come out with joints, and it wasn't just for the D-boys. It wasn't just for the twerkers.
Right.
It was for everybody.
But just so people are clear, in order to even qualify for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you have to have. It has to be 25 years since your first recording. So and Kendrick ain't there yet.
It's been 31 years for them. It's been 31 years for them.
For who?
For Outkast.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, but you were just talking. You were mentioning Kendrick and other people. Yeah, absolutely we are. But, we don't play about, staying fine. So it's all good.
They got that part together. But that's my point. That these are beautiful things out there that are capturing the culture, that are captivating us. That make us want to pony up for the tickets.
I mean, but the crazy thing is, like, why is Chubby Checker just, now? I mean, why is Mana just now? Why are these folks? I mean, just now getting in? I can see why Outkast, Mariah Carey, they're on the young side of elders.
Right. But see, and then that's even the thing. They're still not getting in. It's just the nomination play right now.
Right? They still have to.
So unfortunately, it's kind of like the Baseball Hall of Fame, where you put these names up and up and up and up, and it's up to a bunch of writers to decide. Oh, okay, well,
do you know how many they pick? Do you know how many? Whoops. Do you know how many out of that 14 they pick?
I don't know that. Okay. Yeah, I'm not up on that.
Yeah,
maybe
I'm
Miles.
not either.
Hey, Miles, maybe you know. Hey, Miles, maybe you know. Nah, but but again, the culture is still beautiful. Despite MAGA, despite podcast bros and bitter divester people, and there's still much great life out there to get. It's still worth. Or it's becoming more worth being in community. It's becoming more worth creating, and there's like the bitter stuff is not worth giving your passion to. Like the beautiful people that you see, they're worth giving your passion to if they come your way. And Dominique, I'll land on this point. It's not that you're doing some single person stuff. I'm quite sure you got options. I'm quite sure options is coming your way. You choose the one. You choose the one you choose. But if you end up booed up, they will know. Okay, I thank you for your time.
Here we go. Oh, thank you, Kwamel. I just found it. It's 5 to 7 performers each year will make it from the list of nominees. So it's about half of those nominated. And that is a good point. My girlfriend's always reminding me that it's not that no one asked. It's just the knowing that you wanted to actually spend time with us. Okay, I see what you did there. I see the distinction there. We all have options, not just me. We all have options. I'm talking about something you actually, what you actually wanted. Yeah, Honey Brown, you were right. It depends on the category. They said it's around 5 or 7, and Honey Brown also says Chubby Checker should have already been inducted. Absolutely, absolutely true. It's a good time to call me. Mike, are you calling from Kansas City? Is that what KC stands for?
Yes. Hi.
Welcome.
Yes. Yes. Thanks for taking my call. Yeah, I heard you talking about Valentine's Day. I just wanted to say something about the plans that I've got. They're kind of a secret, but since my girlfriend is at work, I don't think she's going to be on right now. But what I did, the florist that I use, the black florist that I use here in Kansas City, is no longer open. So I went to and I said, if I'm going to send flowers to a black woman, I want them from a black florist.
I love that.
So I went to the Heartland Black Chamber of Commerce here in Kansas City. They have a lot of different professionals, vendors, services. So I asked, can you give me the name of a black florist, which they did. I contacted Sweet Life Flower Company. They showed me to their website. I picked something out, ordered it, and it should be delivered to her office in the next hour or so.
Oh, so you're going a day early?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I did that because we've got some other plans for Valentine's Day. But then it snowed here. We had heavy snow the last few days. And Sweet Life Flower Company has been real accommodating because if we get a heavy snow, her office is closed sometimes. So I said, well, if we can't deliver it to her office, deliver it to me. I'll let you know, and then I'll deliver it.
Yeah, and Miles, you're right. I mean, I a lot of us like to get flowers in front of our whole office. So that's why I said smart. Let her show off a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. Not to mention, some people say this is Black Love Day. There are folks that celebrate Black Love Day on the 13th of February. I guess that was established about 30 years ago by the African American Holiday Association. So you can also add that on there. You're observing Black Love Day. You're letting her show off in front of her coworkers, and you're surprising her because she may think that whatever you guys were doing tomorrow was all you had planned.
Yep. And tomorrow we're going to a black-owned restaurant. It's called Blue Nile, an Ethiopian restaurant here in Kansas City. That's what she asked for.
Oh, I love that so much. So, so was that like an instructional video for others who are wondering what to do for their loved ones for Valentine's Day? Is that what this was?
I'm not saying, but here's one point I want to make.
Yeah.
We talk about turning the money over in our community. So, anytime something like this, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, Father's Day, if we're going to spend our money, let's first think about spending it with a black-owned company.
That's right. And there's apps for that. I think Black Wall Street does that. There's 1-800 Unite Us here in LA where you can call him and he'll tell you. I called him one time. I wanted a black party rental company. Boom, he had it. So that's a great tip. They're clowning you in the chat because you're from Kansas City, and I don't know if you're a Chiefs fan, but leave him alone. Mike didn't call to talk about that.
Well, let's see. I've been listening for a few months. It just came up in my feed, KBLA Tabitha Smiley. So I try to listen to you all, throughout the day.
Oh,
so
I love that. Thank you so much. Tell a friend. Jerry claims we're supposed to send the flowers on Monday or Tuesday so they can sit on her desk all week. But hey, I would have been thrilled to get them on Black Love Day. Actually, any day, but Black Love Day especially. That's so cute. I love that for you and her. I hope you guys have a wonderfully lovelicious Valentine's Day. Mike, let's go to Eric, calling us from the city of Carson. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Dominique.
Happy Black Love Day, Eric.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know it was Black Love Day.
I didn't either, but now we do.
I Googled this information, and it says that Geoffrey Chaucer was often credited with linking Valentine's Day to romance in the 14th century. And so I just wanted to start with that and say that the first Sunday of this month, I met a girl at a club.
Okay.
And we went out a couple of times and talked on the phone, and this is a PG-rated show, so I'll just say I could have slept with her, and I didn't because I really like her, and I thought it would be best to wait. And so now she has ended things. Just last night.
What?
Yeah, but she told me you're attractive, and I like you. I like your energy, but I don't want you to throw my number away. I'm not going to throw your number away. Just stick around. And so, but I don't think it's time right now. And so I'm thinking I missed my opportunity. But the bottom line is that I feel like we had plans for Valentine's Day, and then she canceled them. So my question is, meeting somebody this quick, should I feel slighted that she doesn't want to spend Valentine's Day with me? You know, the timing was perfect.
Yeah. How long have you guys been seeing each other?
I just met her the first Sunday of February.
Okay, so it's yeah. I don't know if I wouldn't feel slighted that early on in a relation. You can't even call it a relationship, dating. Would you, Miles? I think it's suspect, though, the timing, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't call it a relationship either. I'm hard on him, man. Like you got one time to flake on me, and it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Like I'm a pursuer by nature, but it's a wrap. You gotta spin the block on me one time and hope I'm interested still. If you flake on me, especially on something like Valentine's Day, we putting the effort into it and trying something. So I get everybody has other situations too, which may be the case, unfortunately. But nah, that's out for me. You don't tell me yes and then decommit. That's out.
Yeah, I know Miles Miles doesn't play about his time, and he doesn't play games. I love that about you. You know
what I say, Dominique, to Miles' comment?
Yeah. What?
I bet he's a player, and I'm not a player. So
unless I'm really missing something, I don't see you as a player, Miles.
I'm not a player at all. But I'm as hard on him as a player might be, man. Like I've definitely got that in me. So I get what you're saying, but no, if it's a good woman, I get you on not trying to let a good woman go. But at the same time, you are valuable. You a king. This is your time. This is your Valentine's Day as well, brother, man. So you can't flake on me on my Valentine's Day, especially if I wouldn't flake on you on your Valentine's Day. Have that same respect for me as I have for you.
The thing that I would say, Eric, and you know the situation better than I do. Like you said, you guys could have gotten intimate, and you chose not to because you valued her, right? And maybe she just wanted a hookup, or maybe she wanted a test drive or whatever. But I feel like the idea that she can sort of put you on hold, I don't like that. I don't like that for you. Like, oh, don't lose my number. What'd you do?
I told her I got a gift for you, and she said, "Okay, you can bring the gift." So I bought her a bottle of Hennessy, and then she came outside, and then she invited me in, and she poured me a drink, not of my Hennessy though, and we kissed, and then she told me, "Please keep my number." So I felt like I won.
You won because you got back in?
Yeah.
Whew. Okay. Well, you know best. I just don't feel like you should have to trick your way back in. Like, she should be welcoming you. You're an intentional man who is, make plans and was considerate and all that. So I don't know. Hold that thought. Yeah, we went down the Valentine's Day pathway. Why not? It's Black Love Day on KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well-trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
I have a dream today.
From the inventors who transformed our world to the activists who changed our nation, their stories shaped America. This February, KBLA Talk 1580 celebrates Black History Month with powerful conversations, untold stories, and voices that need to be heard. Join us all month long for special programming that honors the past while inspiring our future. Black History Month on KBLA Talk 1580. Our history, our voices, our time.
Lena Bloom for the Bail Project. Imagine you're stuck in a jail cell and you can't afford bail and someone offers you a way out. Just plead guilty and you can go home and kiss your kids goodnight. What do? What thousands have. You plead guilty whether you are or not. Cash bail makes poverty a crime. That's why the Bail Project helps those who can't afford it while fighting to end cash bail. Because freedom should be free.
Brought to you by the Ad Council.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewdd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where hate loses and love wins.
Yes, indeed. Eric from Kansas City called me. He didn't call about... from Carson, excuse me. I'm thinking of Mike from Kansas City. Eric from Carson called me. He's talking about his Valentine's adventures, his shenanigans. He had a date. He started a new convo, but then she broke up right before Valentine's Day, even if y'all had plans. I don't mean to sound mean, but she may have gotten what she thinks is a better offer. Honey Brown says Eric needs to leave her alone. She's in the chat, in the YouTube chat. She says she isn't interested in him as much as he's interested in her. I get he feels alone, but you don't make the best decisions when you're lonely. I don't know. I know this. I'm with Miles. I don't think I'm as tough as Miles. Maybe I should be. But I know this. If we have plans, especially on a key day like New Year's Eve or Valentine's Day, and then you cancel on me, we good. I'm peaced out. Unless, you can show me the pictures of yourself in the hospital or at your mother's deathbed. You know what I mean? I'm good. And you don't get to, hey, keep my number, circle back. Look, now I'm on your roster. WTF? No, thank you. Miles, am I being mean? But that's how I look at it.
You hitting on the head, man. Like, yo, I'm a winner too, baby. Like, you can't just pick and choose when you choose a winner. So, get that TV dinner. That's all it.
Jacqueline says you should have kept the Hennessy for yourself and got some wine and a kiss, and then kick for her, and then give her a kiss and kick her to the curb.
Oh, that's funny.
And look at you. You got a great voice. You have a nice laugh. You have enough change to get some Hennessy. Like, you could do better. You could do better, Eric. There's lots of intentional women that would love to find a thoughtful man. And I say, I never tell people break up with someone if they're in a relationship, because you never know what's going on between two people, but it doesn't sound good.
Hey, Eric, it's 2025. Quick question, brother. Where are you finding these good women at, bro?
Well, I met one at my cousin's house at a family function. How about that?
I love that. Yeah, I love that. And why do you ask that, Miles?
I mean, because first of all, it's really becoming a dying art form, actually meeting people in real life, and guys are real nervous these days and afraid to approach a woman in these settings. So I was gonna say, if you go to a different setting, there's a lot of settings and places where there are tons of great women everywhere, from yoga classes to hikes to farmers markets to there's a bunch of places you can find good women. So and if you have the charisma to go get one, bro, you'll find one.
Jerry Anderson says tell Eric to volunteer at a community event that helps kids. That's a great one.
No, right.
Coach football, coach basketball.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, and what Morris Phillips says, maybe your baby done made some other plans. He's quoting Stevie Wonder. And then the Sovereign Spiritual Warhouse says she's going to drink that liquor with the other dude. No, not that.
I thought about that.
Oof.
But I want to say something.
Yes, sir.
I met her at a club. I'm not going to say where, but she was the most beautiful woman in the club, and I was a little intimidated. So I waited until she left, and then I ran out, and I didn't think I was going to be successful getting the number, and I was. So I think when I canceled the kickback, I think that kind of sent her into a different mindset, because I can't even believe I did that. So I think that's what set the tone for the demise, not her, me.
Miles, you don't buy it?
No, because if she saw the value in it, that wouldn't change either way. That doesn't change.
I'm going to say it may have changed the vibration, but most women, this is underreported. We talk about how competitive men are, but women are very competitive too.
Sure.
If you passed on intimacy, if I don't think you're gay, it's probably going to make me say, well, let me see what's up with that. Like some women will look at that as a challenge and even chase you more if they're really actually interested in you.
Well, I like that, and I thought I learned something about myself in this situation.
Yeah.
I like the chase. She made it so easy that now that she's doing this, I'm ready. But initially, it was so easy. I'm like, I can't believe.
I'm laughing because you're just proving me right. I don't call dudes. I mean, I'll call you back, but I don't call you. I really believe men are meant to chase. I think y'all are built for that. And I'm not going to, like someone in the chat says, women just want to turn you down and humiliate you. No, I'm not about that. But you got to act like you are interested. I'm not just going to, roll out the red carpet and say, come on in. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
and
I think you can do better.
Well, I appreciate both of the input from both of you guys. So, but I'm not giving her that number.
He's not giving up. Jerry says that's not underreported. Maybe you're right. I think it is. And Paul Lee says, I'm not touching a club in 2025, maybe a lounge to network. But Terrell says this whole conversation is making him tired. I get it. But I'm so glad you were willing to call and have this conversation, just because you telling your story and sharing your journey has made for a great conversation, and it's made a lot of us think about stuff that we need to be thinking about. What are your standards? Where are you looking? What value are you placing on yourself?
Yeah, I like that. I definitely undervalue myself, so I'm listening to both of you guys. So I think that's true. I just also think that sometimes people have things going on that they don't share with you.
Yeah, that's true. Like they could be married or engaged or with child, or who knows what could be going on. Yep.
She might call me.
Yeah, or you might have dodged a bullet, Eric. All right, we're talking Hollywood when we come forward. I hope you'll call me again, Eric. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with 4 Things You Should Know with BIN News. The Department of Justice says it will not dismiss machete were allegedly found in his van. Police in Evendale, Ohio released body cam footage of a neo-Nazi protest. Protesters